Yeah, definitely not difficult to reward the players. I mean, obviously, all the different bowl events that are put on, it's easy for them. The harder part is probably making sure they know they're getting ready to play a football game too. Now it's really convenient for us. You turn on the film of your opponent, and your players realize pretty quick that we got a heck of a football game coming up January 2nd, and so that's made it easier to balance it out. But echoing what Coach said, obviously your early practices are more like an early spring. You're working the developmental guys who need extra work. The guys who played all year, they're coming off a long season, so you're getting them back to 100% healthy. And then obviously as you get closer to the game, you ramp it up and get into more of your normal routine. We're headed out for our practice this afternoon. It's a Tuesday game week for us, and so we'll see if we didn't enjoy ourselves too much last night.
Okay, right here.
Brett, you talked about how this could be a springboard to next year, specifically at running back and DB with the guys opting out. What do you expect to see? Who do you expect to make an impact at this position?
As you guys know, we really got banged up in the secondary at the end of the year of this season. So, obviously Spoon and Sid were huge parts of our back end, our success. But we have been able the last 2 or 3 games to get, Xavier Scott, had a tremendous role really from the Michigan game on and played a lot of football for us. Josh McCray on the opposite side of the ball, obviously with Chase hopping out. Josh has been 100% involved in bowl practices. He actually did the Devo practices too because he was cleared to play at that point. So, he's basically a guy that we were counting on big things before the year's ever started, and he's never been full strength since Indiana. So he ran right, almost ran over me today. He looks pretty good. So that, and then a guy that Tyler Strain, really had a nice, couple games there at the end. He got knocked out of the Purdue game with a concussion, but has really come in and done a nice job. So I think, obviously, the way these guys play offense, right, our secondary is going to have to be at its best. And Coach Henry, new play caller, right, but he literally called plays all year during practices, during scrimmages. So this was something that, it's new because it's new, but it's not really new to our guys. I really haven't seen any hiccup in what they've done.
Right over here in the front.
Zach, for you guys, I know it was just announced that Emmanuel Forbes will be playing, Cam Young, LaQuincy Sharp, a bunch of guys that, are headed to the NFL that decided to play in this game. I guess, how important is it, for this team to, like you said, honor Mike Leach, and also, how much of a motivating factor has that been for some of these guys to come back and play this game?
I think you probably have to ask them individually. I know most of them had expressed that they were playing prior to Coach Leach's obviously unfortunate incident, and so I just think it speaks to the guys we got in our program. Guys who like playing football, guys who want to play for each other, the other guys in the locker room. I think it says a lot about those guys individually. They're football guys, they're Mississippi State guys, and if we're going to line the ball up, roll the ball out there, and line up and play, they want to be with their teammates and finish the season off with them. And those are obviously guys you love having in your locker room, and you appreciate all that they've done for your program.
Just to follow up on that real quick, you guys were dealing with a lot after Coach Leach's death. I guess how's the team kind of responded? What's practice kind of been like, since then as you kind of move back into game form?
Yeah, practice has been good. I think our guys like getting back into a sense of normalcy and routine. Obviously, anytime you go through a loss like that, that's what family's for, and that's what a football team is. And so it's been really good for us to all get back together, spend a whole lot of time together, and go to work. And so.
Right down here.
Coach, you've had coaching departures as well. You have, I guess, 10 assistant slots to fill. What's your plan to do that for the bowl game?
Yeah, I'll actually name a DB coach here within the next day. I've had that literally the day I made the transition. I knew who I was going to hire. It's actually somebody I actually interviewed before in the original process that I didn't get to. So that one's kind of been sitting on ready, but when he joins us, he'll be kind of more of an analyst, eyes in the sky on game day. But the on-the-field positions have been really filled for the bowl game within our staff with quality control assistants. On defense, Ryan Simerson and Alex Panos, who had been student assistants for us, I've let them step into the role kind of as GAs that are helping, obviously, offensively or defensively, the way we kind of laid it out. Aaron Henry has taken the back end overall with some help. Coach Boo's taking the linebackers inside and outside with Preston helping him, and then J-Mo's taking the defensive line. So that's that. And then Danny Cameron, who'd been with us all year as an offensive analyst. He had worked in the running back room with CP. He had done all of CP's videos, tips, grinders, all that stuff. He'd been doing it all year, so he's easy transition to put him into the running back room. And then, like I said, I'll fill the defensive back position very quickly, but I'm going to wait to hire my running back and my outside linebacker job until after the bowl game. And there's some NFL people involved as well, so I may wait actually till later January until the NFL season's done.
Back there.
Coach Arnett,